Here's a question. Have you ever studied English for years and still freeze when someone asks you a simple question in real life? You know the grammar. You know hundreds of words. But when you open your mouth, nothing comes out the way you want. This is one of the most common problems in language learning, and it has a simple explanation. Speaking is not the same skill as understanding. You can understand a language by reading and listening, but speaking is different. Speaking is production. It means your brain has to find the right word, build the sentence, and say it out loud, all at the same time, in real time, with no pause button. Most learners spend years building knowledge. Very few spend real time building this specific skill, speaking under pressure in the moment. That's what this challenge is for. Over the next 7 days, you're going to follow a simple plan. Each day builds on the last one. By day 7, you won't just know more English. You'll be able to use it out loud faster and with more confidence. Let's start with day 1 and day 2, the habit-building days. Day 1, shadowing. Shadowing means listening to a short piece of English, a video, a podcast, anything with a clear voice, and repeating it out loud almost at the same time as the speaker, not after they finish, while they're talking. This feels strange at first. That's normal. The goal isn't to understand every word. The goal is to train your mouth to move the way English moves, the rhythm, the stress, the speed. 10 minutes a day is enough. Pick one, short clip, and shadow it 3 or 4 times. Day 2. Talk to yourself. This sounds simple, but it's one of the most powerful exercises you can do, and almost nobody does it. For 5 to 10 minutes, describe your day out, loud in English, alone, what you did, what you're planning, what you're looking at right now. Why does this work? Because it removes the biggest problem new speakers face, the fear of making a mistake in front of someone. When you're alone, there's no pressure. You can search for words, pause, restart, and your brain still gets the practice of producing English in real time, which is exactly the skill that reading and listening can't build on their own. By the end of day 2, you've done something most learners never do. You've spoken English out loud, on purpose, every single day. That's the foundation. Now it's time to build on it. Days 3, 4, and 5 are where things start to feel different. This is where you move from practicing alone to producing English that other people can actually understand, and eventually English that other people respond to. Day 3. Record yourself. Take something you said on day 2 or something new and record it on your phone. Then listen back. This step feels uncomfortable for almost everyone. Most people don't like hearing their own voice, especially in a language they're still learning. But this discomfort is doing something useful. When you listen back, you'll notice things you never noticed while speaking. A word you keep mispronouncing, a sentence that doesn't quite make sense, a habit of saying too often. You don't need to fix everything, just notice 1 or 2 things. Awareness is the first step to correction. Day 4. Learn 10 phrases and use them. Not 10 random words, 10 full phrases, the kind people actually say in real conversations. Things like, "I see what you mean," or "that makes sense," or "let me think about that for a second." The key is this. Don't just memorize the list. Use every phrase in a real sentence out loud about your own life. If the phrase is "that makes sense," don't just repeat it. Say something like, That makes sense. I had the same problem last week. Phrases you use become phrases you own. Phrases you only read stay stuck on the page. Day 5. Have one real conversation. This is the day a lot of learners want to skip. Don't skip it. Find someone to talk to in English, a friend, a language exchange partner, even a conversation app. It doesn't need to be long. 10 minutes is enough. Here's what matters. You're not trying to sound perfect. You're testing what you've built over the last 4 days. You'll probably notice something interesting. The shadowing has helped your rhythm. The self-talk has made starting easier. And the recording exercise has already fixed 1 or 2 mistakes without you even trying. A real conversation is not the reward at the end. It's information. It shows you clearly what's working and what still needs work. By day 5, you've built a habit, found your weak points, added real vocabulary, and tested it all in a live conversation. 2 days left, and this is where you refine everything and prove it to yourself.
Day 6. Fix your sounds. Every learner has 1 or 2 specific sounds that are harder for them, usually based on their first language. Maybe it's the tth sound. Maybe it's the difference between a short I and a long E. Maybe it's word stress, putting the emphasis on the wrong part of a word.
Go back to your day 3 recording. Pick one sound or one word pattern that keeps coming up. Spend 10 minutes today just on that. Say the sound. Slowly, then in a word, then in a full sentence. You're not trying to sound like a different person. You're training one specific muscle movement until it becomes automatic. Day 7. The 5-minute test. This is the final day, and it's simple to describe, even though it isn't always easy to do. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Pick a topic, your week, your goals, a movie you watched, anything. Speak the entire time out loud without stopping. You will pause. You will search for words. That's completely fine. This isn't about being perfect. It's about proving something to yourself. That you can keep going in English for 5 full minutes without giving up and switching back to your first language. Compare this to how you felt on day 1. For most people who complete all 7 days, the difference is noticeable, not because their English knowledge grew dramatically in a week, but because the fear dropped and the habit of actually speaking became normal. And that's really the core lesson here. Fluency isn't a fact you learn. It's a skill you build, the same way you'd build strength at the gym, through repeated, specific practice, not through more information. You don't need 7 more grammar rules. You need 7 more days of actually opening your mouth and using what you already know. So here's the real challenge. Don't just watch this video. Pick tomorrow as day 1 and start. If you want more structured practice like this, real spoken English lessons built specifically for learners at your level, that's exactly what we do here at Fluent Harbor. Subscribe, and we'll keep giving you the tools to actually speak, not just study.